Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to be talking about this knife here today. I'm not real happy right now uh, because I just bought this knife and it came to me and it's not the knife that I bought. And so that's why I'm not real happy with it. Um, this is a 6318, same knife as medium Stockman right here. This is a 79 model. It's genuine bone. I think it's green bone. I have to look at it a little better. Not in real good shape. So, the blades aren't dropping open, or it's like rusted here. There's no snap on this blade. There's only one blade that has snap. They're all rusted. So I'm going to clean that up. But this is supposed to be, what I bought was a 6327. So that's a little tiny knife, smaller than this. So this little Camillus 21 is 2 3/4 inches. So the case that I bought, or supposed to buy, is about that big right there. It's 2.5 inches. And this is what came. And the guy didn't switch the knives out. He just misidentified the knife. And so not real happy about that. But what I thought I'd do is go ahead and clean this up and let you guys watch me do that. And I'm just going to clean that up a little and try to get this thing working. So if you want to hang around and watch that, then I'm going to match it up with the new one, because these are very similar if you look at them, but they're not exactly the same. So it's kind of interesting, to see the new compared to the old. So if you want to hang around for that, go ahead and check out the video. All right, welcome back to the Fortified Castle. Hi to all my viewers. Let's get right into this. We're going to clean this thing up a little bit. Not horrible, really. Not in horrible condition. Really good. The scales are in really good shape. So all I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take a little bit of oil here, and I'm going to dab it right here. Dab it right there. I'm going to put some in these channels right here, because that gets down in between. And really what I want is I want the pins to get oil on them too, not just the outside here. I want to get enough oil in there. Of course, you could just drop this in mineral oil, and handle that for a little while. I don't think that's a good idea with bone. I don't ever do that with my bone, because it's going to darken this bone, and I don't want it dark. I want it the color that it is. So we're just going to work these blades. I'll work them like 5 times. Already it's loose, but I'll try to get back some snap. There's no snap in this whatsoever. All right, got a little bit of snap back in this one right here. This has good snap. This one has good snap. The sheep's foot has a little bit of snap, just kind of thuds, but I think there's some crap up in here that I need to get out, and that'll get better when I do that. One thing I wanted to point out to you is it's not all about the channels and the pins. These, if you watch right here, you see how that spring comes up. So these springs will rust up and lock up in here in these channels between the divider and the scale there, the liner, divider and liner. And so I'm going to go ahead, and you can see it's all rusted there, and you can see it's rusted on the liner, and that's probably why I don't have steps. So I'm going to stick some oil in there real quick, and then we're going to clean that up. Just a little, actually a lot of bit of oil. Get that oil put all around. I'm gonna let that oil soak, work on this area right here, cleaning these up, and then we'll see if we can get some snap back into it. That's why the thing's not opening up. All right, I've been working this blade trying to get some back. I did get some spring in it at the end. Here's a little click there. I'm not getting any yet coming home. It's getting close, but I'll just keep running oil through there till I get it. Good snap on these here. So this sheep's foot didn't have any snap. Good snap on this one. Coming home, and we'll do the sheep's foot again. Good snap. Coming home. So good there. And I got a little bit of snap on the big one. Little tiny snap, but that thing is still got a lot of crap in it. So we're going to keep working on it. And then down inside there, you remember how nasty that looked. And actually I need to clean that up a little. I've been working on that a little bit to try to get snap back on that big one. Been kind of oiling these up, getting all that grit out from in between the liners and the back spring. You can see it looks a lot better there. That's the easy open notch. You can see right down there, all that is, that black is just crap in between the liners and back spring. And I was trying to work that out of there too. And it's just going to take time. That may help the main blade. I don't know. Or it may not. You know, but I've already got snap back in the main blade. You can see I just wiped that up. All right, what we're going to work on now is I'm going to go ahead and bring the mirror polish back to these bolsters and the shield. All right, I'm going to start off with 400 grit sandpaper. You can actually start with 6 or even 8, but there's a lot of, besides the hazing here, there's a lot of little lines in here on these bolsters. And if you go with a little heavier, this 400 will take that stuff right out. So I fold them over, and I'm just going to start on one end here. Get really close there and just start on it. You know, if you can't be steady with your hands, you can put your little tape on that scale there, some little painter's tape. It really doesn't take a lot. This isn't steel, it's nickel silver, and so you can see it cleaning it up right away. And so I'll just hit it. And my goal here is just get all those long lines out of there, get everything going one way, and then I'm going to take down the scratches that this 400 is producing with a lighter grit. So you can see the polish coming out, and there's a few bobbles in here. I can work on them. You know, you may want to do that. It's up to you how much you work. But this is really easy, and this is really all you need to do. It's nickel silver. That 400 is going to strip a lot of stuff off, a lot of material. So you don't have to push real hard. You don't have to go real long. Okay? And then we'll get back once we get them all done. All right. So you can see they just polish up really quick. And once we get done with this 600 grit, it'll be a slight mirror polish on there, and It only took a couple minutes, by the way, to do this. I left this bolster the way they were just so you could see. You saw scratched up, you don't see nothing. And then you can see it shining up here. Yeah, so I'm going to do the shield same way, and I'm going to put a mirror polish on these back springs real quick. All right, I hit that shield. You can see it shined up a little bit. And clean these up. You can see in here, see the scratches on the divider and the liners? They have little tiny scratches on it from the sandpaper, but they're cleaned up and shining some. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of steel wool right here, quad aught. So this is 000 steel wool. I'm just going to tuck it in there like this, like that. And I'm just going to stick it in those channels and work it a little bit. Like that. And that will clean up the scratches from the brass. Also polish up that metal in there some too. So you can see the polish coming on the brass already. And just want it looking good. Get all those scratches out. And do it over here. The steel wool just does a great job cleaning that brass up. I'll clean that brass up on the inside also. Just run a few times through there. All right, we'll go to 600. Get this thing shining. By the end of 600, this will have a shine to it. And then when you go to 800, it'll be a mirror polish. And then you can decide whether you want to just polish it or go up from there. All right, this is the shield. If you'll remember what that looked like, it's starting to have the mirror polish on it at 600. You can see the start of the mirror polish right there. You can see my finger in the bolster going back and forth. You can see that right there. You can see the mirror polish starting on the back spring. And that's at 600. You could actually use some case paste on this and you would have a low grade mirror polish on it at this point. But I'm going to take it to 800, maybe even to 1,000. I'll do the blades another day. See how nasty the blades are, but I will clean these blades up. And we're still working on them. But I'll take you inside here real quick before we go to the 600. Pretty soon here, I'm going to be doing the live show with Jesse McJames, the Alien Outlaw, and Randy's WSG. I'm going to be talking about prepping stuff. That's going to be cool. And not telling what we'll get into there. But anyhow, yeah. It doesn't take a lot to do these bolsters, guys. I mean, just really quick, within seconds, because it's nickel silver. You don't want to really grind on your sandpaper. You just want to almost like polishing them is what you're doing with the sandpaper. But it'll come out really nice. All right, we're going to get to it. All right, guys and gals, I went ahead and took the bolsters, the nickel silver work up to 1,000 grit. You can see that's a really good deep mirror polish right there. And that's the shield, how it came out. Nice green bone on this knife right here. That is the back don't think I wiped this off. Hold on. This is your back springs, mirror polished. So yeah, it's pretty easy to put a really deep shine on that. That's only 1,000 grit. You could go higher if you wanted to. Once I went to 1,000 grit, then I went ahead and um, put it on a buffer and polished it. I cleaned those blades up a little. Let's see right there. Not much. I just hit them with 350 and then hit them on the buffer. I usually mirror polish the blades, but I'm just pressed for time today. I got a live show coming up. So that's what she turned out to be. Pretty nice, I think. And I got, good snap on 2 blades. And I have a little snap on that main blade now. It's still a little weak, but I'm going to continue to work on that. I think I can get it a little better. And here's the main blade. That was no snap at all. There you go. A little bit of snap on that main blade. But it doesn't snap at all going home. See that? Got to tuck it in. That's okay. Pretty nice knife. And let's just take a look. This is a 6318 HP. See right there. This is just a 63. Well, that's one thing that moved the numbers. That's just a 6318. And so they're exactly the same size though. This is 1979. This is 2019, I think. I might be wrong about that. Very, very similar. You can tell the pins, they're doing something different here on the pins. Those were sunk and spun, and these are just a flat. You can see the shields a lot better. These always just look like tin to me, and they're just stamped, and it looks cheap. That looks really good. These are pinned. These are glued. The jigging's really kind of similar, though. Actually the peach seed may be a little more aggressive, but, they're very similar. And let's just open it up. Oh, the new one's a little thicker. I wanted to show you that. Look how thick the divider is. Look how thin it is on the older case. So you got a much thicker divider there. And of course, you can tell here too. See how thick that divider is. The other thing is you can tell the top squares aren't as well finished as the older case, which at this time they were already coming off the polished top squares, but you can still see they look pretty good. Your back springs. Another thing I noticed was if you look at this one, you can see down there's space in between here. So you've got a thinner knife, and yet they're not rubbing. And when you look down at the new case here, okay, look how close that is. It's not really rubbing on there, but it is so close when you open it up, it's gonna rub. And this one you can see just has plenty of space there. So it's hard to explain that, right? You get a bigger spacer, you should have plenty of room. But if you look close at these, let me pop this open. This is the newer one. This is the old one. The old one is bent, which we call that kinking. But if you look at the new one, look how much that thing is kinked. And it's still, you know, I don't know. They've got more frame to work with. Look at that. And it's just massive kink on that. You look at the other one here, much smaller. And you can see down in there, it doesn't hit at all. So that's how the old 6318 and the new one compares. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I gotta get to the live show.